Hello, this is RunningRobert, and today we're going to be talking about the Protalix BioTherapeutics PLX second quarter 2025 quarterly summary. Today is the 15th of August 2025, and the report came out along with the conference call yesterday. So we're going to kind of dig into it, look into bullish and the bearish parts of it, and go from there. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do games, I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like, subscribe, or super thanks. All of those help, and thank you. Disclaimer is I currently have a position where I bought slightly under $1, so I'm still up 50%, which is pretty nice. I did buy more at $1.55 on the 14th of August. I'll explain why I made that buy later in the video. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by due diligence, and any information given is valid for today, the 15th of August. And so the slideshow will not be updated, but as always, new news, new slideshow. Let's get right into the numbers. So company revenue was up to 15 million, which was up from 10 million. So already starting a positive. And they've already noted in the 10K, 8K, they already have 9.2 million from quarter three. So they're already halfway through the quarter, and 9.3 is fairly bullish. It'd be nice if they can double that, but we'll see. We have 5.6 million from Pfizer. That's down from 7. Nothing from Brazil, which is down from 3 million. And of course, our other partner, 10 million, that is up from 0. So cash at the end of the quarter was 33.4 million. That is really no change from 34.6 in quarter one. I mean, 1.2 million. How many years of operating does that give us? Plenty. There's no net loss, only a small little gain. PRX115, the phase 2, is going to start in 2025, second half 2025. Cost of goods, so you know all the operating expenses, was 5.8 million. R&D was 6. Admin was 2.6. This is going to increase in the second half of 2025. When they start dosing and they start ramping up all their clinical sites, we're going to see R&D and cost of goods both go up. And as I said before in the report, there was an additional buy from their partner in the third quarter for 7.8 million. So out of that 9.2, 7.8 came from our other partner. So let's break down sales for a second. So this year's 18 million. Okay, cool enough. Now we know that we get paid 15% royalties on all sales as the base level. So we know that everything is coming up there. Obviously, if we start selling more, the royalties go up, but everything at the beginning is paid at that 15%. So if you take those numbers, that means we have about 120 million in sales in 2025 so far. So fairly positive. Now we did have 29.3 million in revenue, which equated to a little under 200 million in sales for 2024. And then of course in 2023, 116 million. So overall, you see the numbers going up, which is definitely positive. They are unfortunately at the partner buys sporadically, so they really can't know when it's happening, which is a problem. Trying to figure stuff out. But as the sales continue to increase, the company expects 100 million in revenue a year from this by 2030. Okay, so that's fairly positive. That would also include 500 million in milestone payments. The market cap is 120 million. And we're looking at, this is probably a good possibility. So 100 million divided by 15, it's a less than $700 million drug. That is something that is very plausible. They're also looking to reduce the dose frequency and is under review by the EMA for the fourth quarter of 2025. So that, again, will also help. So I'm unsure why the stock reacted the way it did. I mean, it went down and I thought it might have gone up a little bit on the news, but it just really couldn't get going. Overall, the company continues to grow, and I believe they will be able to pay for their pipeline without the risk of dilution. That is the most important thing as a small cap pharma investor. They have plenty of cash. They have growing sales. The goal is going to be, of course, make sure that you don't need to dilute. That's simple enough, simple plan. So we'll definitely get a little bit more color probably in the first quarter of how all the costs go up. And hopefully at that same point, we'll still see more sales. So again, if we can achieve that, I like PRX115. I think it is a very good drug. I've said a lot of that in my previous videos, but it definitely could become the standard of care for gout, and that is definitely worth something. So Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.